Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to SirToshi's Bitcoin Chart Show. This is the Bitcoin forecast, the strength of the system, the health of the network, where we find out what's up with what is going down. Today's date is Wednesday, the 9th of August, 2023, the year of BSV. Buy BSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online, the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Here we go. Let's get into this. Quite looking forward to this today. Just doing a show because I was speaking to a couple of people earlier today who would like some more information on Bitcoin because, again, like many other newbies just sort of getting into the space, they're just starting to find out that Bitcoin is BSV, and also they want some more information on it. So these are the fundamental figures that tell you all you need to know. So this is, I tell you what I'll do is I'll link all these websites that I'm using in the description below, and also on Telegram if that's where I've sent the link, or on WhatsApp. So this is coin.dance, and on this website here you can see that we have got the 4 forks on here, but really what we've got is 3 alternative protocols, which is BTC, Bcrash and Fisher Price Cash, and then the original one, which again is the only way to commoditize data, and it's the only one that has the original Bitcoin legacy addresses that all start with the number 1, which proves materialistically that all of these forks here, we've got BTC, Bcrash and Fisher Price Cash, are just simply alternative protocols that are economically worthless because they're all securitized and they all have a central point of authority and control. So looking at this, we've got, well, I call it Cabal coin because that's the one that the Cabal have corrupted, stolen the name and pumped the price through worthless bits of tether. Then we've got Bcrash again, Roger Ver's creation. Then we've got Fisher Price Cash, Amarisa Shay's version. What a joke. And then this is Bitcoin. So let me show you what this should look like. Oh, there we go. So this is what happened to Bitcoin. Bitcoin started off at the Genesis block. It initially had the ticker symbol BTC, but then Blockstream came along and changed the protocol. They implemented SegWit, which fundamentally changed the protocol by tampering with the signatures, committing fraud, which meant your digital signatures were no longer with your transaction, which meant you were receiving nothing more than numbers on a screen, no economic value and no contractual credibility. It removed all value from the network. The same similar thing happened again with Bcrash, again when they were tampering with the signatures and implementing CTOR, which was changing the ordering in which the transactions were recorded in a block, which again is indicating a central point of authority or control, because all of your transactions should be uploaded the moment you upload them. If somebody's tampering with the way that they are actually recorded in a block, then that is central control. That is not what you want. Again, just the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin still continues today with the legacy addresses beginning with the number 1. It just means that the ticker symbol has changed to BSV. And again, lots of confusion in the market. It has also affected the price. But now you can pick up a genuine Bitcoin for like $36. It's absolutely insane. Look at that, $36. My goodness me. So just to give you a quick rundown of these figures here to walk you through them. So the block size is the amount of data being uploaded onto the network. It is the data that is uploaded via the transactions. The transactions are processed by the nodes that create blocks and supply the hash rate. The hash rate is again represents the amount of investment that the mining farms are putting in to the network. And again, all the hash rate should be on here because this is the only protocol with any economic value. But the hash rate is currently attracted to the value which is meant to be representative of the price. But the price is currently speculative because people don't have a clue what Bitcoin really is. But when education catches up with speculation, you can guarantee that the speculative prices will soon start to match their fundamental values, which means BTC 0, Bcrash 0, Fisher Price Cash 0. And BSV, well, literally, sky's the limit. Well, actually, the size of the fiat valued markets are the limit, to be honest with you, because of fiat currency are a unit measurement of value, meaning that true money will take on the size of every single financial market that is currently measured in that unit measurement, which is fiat currency. So phenomenal. So just quickly talk you through what we're looking at here. These are the last 30 blocks that were mined on each network. So we can see the size of the blocks here. Look at this. So remember, BTC has got a 1 megabyte block cap, and then with the implementation of SegWit, they just got it a little bit higher. So you've got, what, a 2 megabyte block? That's about it. Yeah, 2 megabytes. Well done then. B Crash, again, they've got one block that is a megabyte in size. Dear oh dear. And Fisher Price Cash literally can't even get all their blocks over a kilobyte, let alone anywhere near a megabyte. But then we've got Bitcoin. Look at here. We've got one block. We've just one block, 113 megabytes. So that one block has got more data than all of the BTC blocks here in this column of 30 combined. That's how crazy this is that we're looking at. Again, another 33 megabyte block. Oh, some of these are relatively small compared to what we used to. No gigabyte blocks here today. They were exciting. But we'll get to the transaction volume in just a moment. So let's enlarge these. There we go. So hash rate, again, hash rate follows price, follows value, follows utility, follows creativity, initiative, and intelligence. If you are intelligent and you apply creativity and initiative, you can make something useful. If something is useful, it can then create value. When it creates value, it can then develop a price. When it develops a price, it can then be measured against the cost of other goods and services and used as a medium of exchange. Remember, if something is useful, it's valuable. If something is useless, it's worthless. It's as simple as that. Proof of work by network, again, it's all coming over to Bitcoin because, again, this graph just simply follows the ticker symbol rather than the protocol, because Bitcoin is actually BSV, so all this proof of work should be on BSV. It's the graph that's actually misrepresenting there. Let's have a look at it. So look at this for transaction fees. It is currently 95,537 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than it is the Cabal coin. And just to show you the amount of competition there is for Bitcoin, it's actually 25% more profitable to mine on Cabal coin than it is Bitcoin, but that just simply shows you the competition for Bitcoin. So the most efficient way to get Bitcoin would be to mine Cabal coin, sell Cabal coin, and then buy BSV with it. But again, a lot of these miners don't really have a clue what they're doing. It's a case of all the gear and no idea. Yeah. But look at this, daily average Bitcoin block size by network. The block size, just going up there. Let's have a look at this. I think this goes back to 2019. We'll have a look at the block size. God, that was huge. That was when they were testing the blocks there. My goodness me, that was huge. But still, in comparison to the other networks, absolutely smashing it. Absolutely smashing it. Then we've got daily Bitcoin transactions by network. Look at this. This might be the highest it's ever been. Let's have a look at this volume of transactions. Whoa, my goodness me. Look at that. So this goes right the way back to November 2018. Look at this. Look at that. August 13th, 2023. No, it's not. That is, what is that? So that's the 3rd of August here, registering. Oh, 13,000. Is that right? That's the, I thought that was the date, 2023. But anyway, yeah, 37.28 million transactions. My goodness me. Oh, so that's August 3rd. That will be to August 13th, 2023. So there's, size of the chart there. But absolutely massive. Look at that. So still, Cabal coin just 450,000, whereas Bitcoin 37 million. 37 million. There is no comparison. No comparison there. My goodness. Daily Bitcoin transactions per block by network. Again, sort of similar to transactions. Daily Bitcoin fees. This is the cost of transacting. Look at that. We are sub-cent fees. This is fees and daily average Bitcoin fees, SirToshis. So look at that. I mean, that was just slightly above 1 SirToshi. Absolutely insanely low. We'll actually have a look at the cost per transactions in a second, hopefully. Daily Bitcoin fee to block reward ratio. So those in the know, this red line here will be representative of the solid blue line here. So the distribution model of Bitcoin is that as the block reward continues to get cut in half every 210,000 blocks, eventually the block fee will surpass the block reward, and then we have an economically self-sustaining system, which is what we are gunning for, and that is exactly what the Cabal are trying to prevent by implementing SegWit and Lightning networks, so effectively starving the miners so the network collapses and it can't sustain itself. And then you end up with just simply one centralized network, which the World Economic Forum and the Cabal will own. Crazy. But again, shitcoiners with shit for brains haven't figured this out yet. Daily accumulated Bitcoin blockchain growth by network. Look, really, this is the only chart you need to know. Because eventually the miners will just simply follow the longest chain with the most proof of work, because that's where the most utility will be, and that is the most valuable chain. It says it all. It says it all. Absolutely phenomenal. Right, let's get into hash rate. So this is global hash rate, 7 days, all chains. So the global hash rate. Foundry, USA pool, and Ant pool, huge amounts of hash rate there, but again, not spent very wisely at all. Global hash rate, 24 hours. Ant pool just taking the lead from Foundry, USA pool. Foundry, USA pool being MasterCard. This is Cabal Coin, BTC, Ant pool, and Foundry, USA pool. Again, majority hash rate on that. Rogerverse, Bcrash coin. Interesting. Other miners would normally have around sort of 70% of the hash rate on there, but this is interesting because they're actually letting the other miners off, letting them win more Bitcoin, and yet the mining profitability is still pretty much the same. Look at that. Oh, in fact, it's a 0.6% more profitable to mine on Bcrash, but still much of a muchness. It's usually about 1%. It's usually on average 1% more profitable to mine BTC, because I suspect the hash rate is being managed that way. But again, all these miners mining Bcrash, they've literally got no excuse whatsoever. They can't even say that they've been hoodwinked by the ticker symbol. They have got no excuse. Satoshi will have absolutely no mercy on them whatsoever. And then we've got Fisher Price Cash. Again, Hathor with 77.7% of the hash rate on there. I think we know who that is again. That will be absolutely crushed. And then we've got Bitcoin. So Satoshi letting Tal have 60.42% of the hash rate on there. My goodness me, Calvin will be very pleased. I suspect these billionaires are very competitive with one another. Calvin at least once, well, again, him and Calvin and Craig will be two of the richest men in history. Craig being the richest man in history, with Calvin being probably quite a distant second, but compared to anybody else, streaks ahead of the field. My goodness. Yeah, but so usually what would happen is sort of Craig will turn the hash rate up, but actually by turning his hash rate down, it's still 25% more profitable to mine on Cabal Coin. So really, giving Calvin a bit of a gift there is what it is. So there we go. That is Coin Dance. So let's have a look at the mining difficulty. So this is mining difficulty on BTC Cabal Coin. Again, pretty much the highest it's ever been. Quite fascinating, really. This is the hash rate on Bitcoin. So again, it's been steady throughout the last 12 months. And the hash rate was obviously supplied by the mining operation. So anybody who hasn't seen a mining operation before, these are they. This is the backbone to the new global financial system, the world's first ever commercial internet. Blows my mind every time. All this from one 9-page white paper. Absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. Right, this is interesting. So it looks like BitInfo chart simply couldn't handle the transaction volume going through on Bitcoin. So they've delisted it just to give all these other coins a look in. Because the other day, literally, this was squeezed. There was hardly any coins on there whatsoever. In fact, I think that was when Bitcoin had 65 million transactions on it. It went up to 127 million transactions in 24 hours. Whereas XRP and Ethereum pretty much stuck at 1 million. So literally Bitcoin was 127 times the volume of these networks. It absolutely crushed them. So again, they just simply had to delist it because this entire pie chart was just simply completely monopolized by BSV. It was phenomenal. And we will see what this pie chart looks like now. There we go. This is it. So this is a BSVdata.com Bitcoin analysis. Great chart, this one here. So this is transactions last 24 hours. Look at that. So BSV 42.5 million transactions, Ripple again 1.2, Ethereum just 1.1, BTC 438,000. Honestly, so look at that. Bitcoin literally 10 times the volume of transactions on Cabal Coin. Absolutely phenomenal. Again, when people start seeing these figures, they're going to realize what's gone on and that they've been hoodwinked. Oh yeah. Transactions, this is TPS, transactions per second, average fees. So the fees are higher the lower they go, so they get cheaper and cheaper as they go up. And look at that, Bitcoin absolutely smashing it. So not only is the transaction throughput absolutely romping away with it, but the cheap fees. Look at this, on its own, literally right on its own. It just makes these other altcoins look absolutely so stupid. So stupid. Again, like coin cent doesn't really mean anything. You know, coins going backwards and forwards, like who cares? You know, the medium of exchange has got no value if there's no utility there. And what the figures that we're looking at here show you the utility, what it can be used for. So mining profitability in comparison. So again, it's just sort of 20% more profitable to mine on Cabal coin. So you may as well do that and then buy BSV with it. But again, these miners aren't doing that because, like I said, all the gear and no idea. Yeah, really great figures those. So let's have a look at BSV data. These are the protocols. So Magic Attribute Protocol, 12 million transactions. Riot Protocol, 12 million transactions. First Set Ordinals Protocol, 26,000. But let's have a look at applications. Here we go. Let's see what's going on. So a Record IoT. So they're probably using Magic Attribute Protocol maybe, or something like that to upload the transactions. But look at that, 12 million. STUK 1.1 million, my 2 cents 48,000. SirToshi again monitoring the IBM computer systems, 15,000 transactions. That's going up. Real Asia, Mint Blue, Peer Games at around 4,000. Very good. Let's have a look at output volume though. STUK 91 million. 91 million is a student marketplace. $91 million output volume. Absolutely sensational. DXS app. Crikey Moses, look at this output volume, 1.5 million over a 24-hour period. That is staggering. Staggering, my goodness me. And remember, DXS app taking a small percentage of both ways, both the pool and the trading pool and the traders themselves. So again, dirty traders can be unsullied on DXS app. Yes, indeed. Very impressed with that. Very impressed. So this is Mint Blue. So this is the CO2 per transactions in kilograms. So again, look, BSV easily the most environmentally friendly protocol on earth by a country mile. And look, Cabal coin, look at that. They're saying, Bitcoin's dirty. Well, it's not Bitcoin. They're referring to BTC, which is their own SegWit protocol. And look at that. It is the dirtiest, most inefficient protocol of all of them. Absolutely disgusting. Hypocrites, all purposely planned and designed. I would say malicious, if you ask me, because they've stolen the name. And it's just like, no, that's not Bitcoin. That's your own coin that you're calling Bitcoin, and you've made it an absolute piece of crap. So that's what's going on there. So this is what's on chain. Just having a look at the mining. So yeah, Tau with 57%, QD Link 34%, Gorilla Pool 3.1%, others 2.7%, Mining Dutch 1.42%. There will be a lot, so there are 5 miners on there at the moment, but many more will be coming over very soon, especially when they find out the information that I'm dishing out on this show. Oh yeah. What's on chain? Let's have a look at the 24. Look, so the last 24 hours is 33 million transactions. So literally, XRP and Ethereum stuck at 1 million a day. They cannot scale. This is just 33. Absolute breeze. Ran up to 127. Like phenomenal. Let's have a quick look at prices then. So this is, again, Cabal coin, just looking at the short positions, but again, don't really mean anything, but the price going down there, taking a bit of a nosedive. But this is an interesting one. So this is Crypto Quant. So this is exchange reserves. So you can see the blue, sort of purpley line here. This represents the amount of BTC that the exchanges are holding in reserve. And you can see they have been offloading it. They've been dumping it. They don't want to be touching that shit because they know what's coming. It's the mom and pop investors that are going to get absolutely royally screwed by this because they're the ones that have been defrauded out of their money. They're buying that. They're buying Cabal coin. And it's utterly worthless. And I suspect that the exchanges know this, which is why they're dumping it. But they're dumping it slowly so that they don't cause a bull run or alarm. You've really got to be in the knowledge. Otherwise, you're going to get absolutely wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. And again, look at this. So this is miner to exchange flow. You want to know what this date was? Yeah, it was 15th of June. 15th of June represents the case management conference that they had for the Copa case coming up on the 15th of January next year. Again, the largest court case in financial history, the Cabal versus Bitcoin. The Cabal going up against Satoshi is going to be absolutely phenomenal. But look, the case management conference resulted in this. You cannot deny that there has been a change. Look at the amount of money. They saw something in that meeting. They saw something. They can't not have. I mean, look at that. The outflows. It's absolutely huge. But let's have a look at Tether Weather. Again, just keeping its peg to the dollar, but even though it's absolutely fundamentally worthless. Let's have a look at the market capitalization of this thing. So they're trying to get rid of it to excuse the pumping of the price, but yeah, ridiculous, really. I mean, look at that. Still at an absolute all-time high. 83.7. Previous all-time high was 83.1. So $83.7 billion of absolute nothing they've pumped into the market. Dear, oh dear. Morning run, let's have a look at this then. So you can currently get 826 genuine Bitcoin for the price of 1 BTC. That won't be there for very long at all, because we know the market is going to flip on its head. And that's why there's no value here for BSV, because everything is comparable to BSV. That will switch very quickly, I suspect. Let's have a look at Live Coin Watch then. Great website this one. So we've got total market cap here of $1.1 trillion. My goodness me. All literally all economically worthless security offerings. Let's have a look at Cabal Coin here. So again, we got trade volume just 1.8. It's looking low. Price just taking a nosedive just there in the 24-hour range. All right. Let's have a look at Bitcoin then. Where are we? Where is Bitcoin? What number are we at? Oh, look at that, down at 61. How insane is that? Trade volume though, 6.6, 6.6%, kind of healthy. Market cap just over 700 million really, and then we've got $3.8 million worth of bids, people wanting it, versus 2.7 million worth of asks. They're the people who are selling it, so that means it should be high green. Yeah, there we go. Lots of demand coming through there, but this can change in an instant, so it just gives you a snapshot of the market. So these are the volumes on the exchanges, but let's have a look at liquidity. That's the really important one. Coin W, again, I mean, I've hardly heard of any of these, really. Interesting. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Here we go. So just price ticking along. Had a high of 37, low of 35.84. That's where we are right now. Let's have a look at DXS app. So again, this is BSV versus USD, but the most interesting one is BSV versus BTC. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, still going down a little bit, but just means you get better. Just means you get better value for money. You know, my goodness. Here we go. I do not share my personal information. Thank you, Nya. So this is the hour. So again, high of 37.06, low of 35.72. That was earlier today. See what that looks like on the week. Steady away, leveling out across the week. Interesting. On the month, down on the month. Let's have a look on the year. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And this is phenomenal. Look, so almost like all-time lows, really. Again, I've ridden this thing right from the beginning, right the way up there, and now we're back down here. Yeah, talk about being put through the ringer. I've been there. Silverfish, there we go, sort of 24.1k views on that nice one. And there we go. That is a 24-minute show. We'll leave it there. The largest court case in financial history. The Cabal versus Bitcoin. 15th of January 2024. Stay tuned. All right, we'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed it. As ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.